Have you ever noticed that some people move through life without close friends, not because they failed socially, but because something inside them quietly opted out? They don't chase connection, they don't complain about loneliness, they simply exist in a smaller social orbit. From the outside, it's easy to assume something is missing, but internally, something very specific is happening. Their brains are not broken, they are calibrated differently. For these individuals, typical social rules feel unnatural. Small talk drains rather than energizes them. Constant interaction feels noisy instead of comforting. Long stretches without friends are not signs of weakness or deficiency. They are psychological outcomes shaped by awareness, sensitivity, experience, and self-protection. If you've walked through life with few or no friends, there are reasons behind it, not excuses, explanations. Before judging yourself, it's worth understanding what your mind may be quietly guarding. Some people have no tolerance left for social performance. As awareness increases, patience for fake behavior decreases. You begin to sense when people are masking, exaggerating, or adjusting their personality for acceptance. Gossip feels empty. Forced laughter feels exhausting. Conversations that circle around status, drama, or shallow validation leave you mentally depleted. Your brain picks up inconsistencies quickly. Tone shifts, hidden agendas, unspoken competition. What others overlook, you feel immediately. So your nervous system responds by pulling back, not to isolate you, but to protect your internal peace. You would rather sit alone in silence than engage in interactions that feel dishonest or performative. This isn't antisocial behavior, it's emotional discernment. You don't reject people, you reject emotional noise. And in a world that rewards constant interaction, choosing authenticity often means choosing solitude. Others may interpret this as distance, but for you, authenticity is not optional. It is the foundation of real connection. Some people don't have friends because they crave depth, not quantity. Your mind doesn't connect easily, but when it does, it connects fully. Surface-level interaction feels insufficient. Small talk doesn't stimulate you, it drains you. You want conversations that explore meaning, intention, psychology, and truth. You want presence, not distraction. Your brain is wired to seek understanding, not stimulation, insight, not entertainment. So when a conversation lacks curiosity or emotional honesty, your attention naturally disengages, not out of arrogance, out of incompatibility. You don't connect often because genuine connection requires effort, vulnerability, and mental alignment. You stay solitary until someone appears who matches your depth. Until then, being alone feels more nourishing than being misunderstood. This isn't isolation, it's selectivity. You're not avoiding relationships, you're avoiding shallow ones. For some people, the absence of friends comes from a highly sensitive nervous system. Social interaction costs you more energy than it does most people. Your brain processes layers simultaneously: words, tone, facial expressions, emotional undercurrents. You absorb everything. Psychology refers to this as high social sensitivity, a trait linked to deep perception and emotional intelligence. During conversations, you're not just listening, you're decoding. That constant processing burns mental energy quickly. While others feel recharged by socializing, your system becomes overstimulated. Your mind quiets only in solitude. So you protect your energy carefully. After interacting, you need silence to restore balance, not entertainment, not distraction, stillness. Your solitude is not avoidance, it is recovery, a way your nervous system returns to clarity. This is why maintaining friendships can feel unsustainable over time, not because you dislike people, but because interaction comes at a higher internal cost. Another pattern psychologically appears in those who are deeply independent. Many people with few or no friends are not lonely, they are internally self-sustained. You don't rely on social validation to feel worthy or stable. Your sense of identity doesn't depend on being seen, liked, or included. Psychology calls this low social dependency, a trait linked to emotional self-regulation. You can sit with your thoughts, solve problems alone, create structure internally. Your inner world provides grounding. To people who depend heavily on external stimulation, this independence can look cold or distant. But for you, solitude is not emptiness, it's the environment where you function best. Your standards for friendship are high because your emotional environment matters. You don't allow chaotic or inconsistent personalities into your inner space. While others collect acquaintances, you remain selective. Not everyone earns access. And sometimes past experiences quietly shaped this pattern. For many people with no close friends, trust was once broken deeply enough to change how their mind operates. It may have been betrayal, emotional inconsistency, repeated disappointment. Psychology shows that once trust is fractured, the brain shifts into protection mode. You observe longer, listen more closely, test consistency before allowing closeness. Researchers call this a high trust threshold, a psychological filter designed to prevent future harm. You are not suspicious without reason. Your caution was learned. While this protects you, it can also limit opportunity for connection. But your guardedness is not weakness, it is self-respect shaped by survival. When people move too quickly, promise too much, or reveal inconsistency, your nervous system remembers, and it steps back. What all of these patterns have in common is awareness. People with no friends often notice things others ignore: motives, energy, emotional mismatches. They carry a richer inner world, sharper intuition, and higher standards for connection. These traits can lead to solitude, but not emptiness. Sometimes the strongest minds travel quietly, not because they are broken, but because they are precise. If you have few or no friends, it doesn't mean something is wrong with you. It means your mind values clarity, depth, and emotional safety. And while that path can feel lonely at times, it is not without purpose. The real question isn't whether having no friends is good or bad. It's whether you understand why your mind chose this path. Are you protecting peace, preserving energy, waiting for depth, or simply honoring who you are? Your solitude may not be a flaw. It may be the space where your self-awareness grows. So instead of rushing to change yourself, take time to understand your inner architecture, because when connection finally arrives, it will be real. And until then, your stillness is not emptiness. It is intelligence waiting for resonance. So tell me, do you feel lonely in your solitude, or do you feel most like yourself there? The answer may reveal more about your psychology than you realize. If you want more videos that decode these quiet patterns of the mind, consider subscribing, not for the algorithm, but for the version of you that seeks understanding.